Hey guys, Jay Cook here. I'm touching some more bases on the HAARP buoys and signals and ionospheric waves and stuff. What the buoys are doing is they're all over the place. Even the land-based ones are all over. And what they can do is they can triangulate the signal sent out from, we'll say, Alaska. This one signal sent from one place goes up into the ionosphere. It bends just like this. And if you think about it, all of this force up in here is being collected. It's not going anywhere, but it's going to act like a giant slingshot. And what that's going to do is it's going to send all of these waves right back down to Earth, and they can pinpoint where they want those waves to hit. They can pinpoint a very specific location. And like it said earlier, that it can possibly trigger massive effects. Think about that, massive effects. What's been going on? Earthquakes. They can produce earthquakes. If you send a strong enough signal into the ground, it's going to cause a wave. And that ripple is going to ripple out. And that's going to cause the earthquake. And they can cause this anywhere in the world. Anywhere they want. And think if they focused so much energy into one spot, how massive of an earthquake they can produce. It scares me to think that they're doing this, and all of the NLE 2011, they're preparing for all this stuff. They're buying all the food, all the water, all the fuel, all the blankets, all the body bags, the coffins. And they've gotten all of these FEMA detention camps ready to go all across the country. If there wasn't anything happening, none of these places would be occupied. They would be dark and vacant, except for maybe some, maintenance workers every now and again just to mow the lawn or something. But each one of these facilities is fully staffed already and has been. And all they need is one natural or man-made disaster for them to implement Rex 84. And if none of you guys know about Rex 84, I suggest you read it. Look it up, research it, and read it very carefully. Because in there it states very clearly all it needs is one disaster to happen for them to implement martial law. And they could quickly implement and be carried out under Rex 84. Now this was made by our lovely, ex-President Bush, who designed this whole entire thing. And if you actually read this, there's certain things in here that are so disturbing, it's unreal. Like, through Rex 84, an undisclosed number of concentration camps were set in operation throughout the United States for internment of descendants and others potentially harmful to the state. Potentially harmful to the state. Right there. Who would be potentially harmful to the state if a natural disaster happens? Nobody. Not a single person. All those people are going to be looking for a place to go, looking for help, looking for FEMA. But let me tell you, don't rely on FEMA. FEMA ain't going to help you. I know from working with FEMA down in Katrina, after the hurricane, cleaning up all of the shrimp boats and boats that got washed up onto shore, inland, and going through all these towns and states, or towns and cities, that FEMA's not there to help you. It's unbelievable the amount of stuff that I have seen them do and how they get away with it. But read up on this. Rex 84. It is something that you need to look at. Because Rex 84 originally was established on the reasoning that if a mass exodus of illegal aliens crossed the Mexican and U.S. borders, they would be quickly rounded up and detained in detention centers by FEMA. But the Rex 84 isn't just used for illegal aliens at all. And in a couple other my videos I'm going to put out here, I'm going to show you just how they can round everybody up and the technology that they've got that they're going to implement as soon as martial law takes place. And all they need is one disaster. And the president signs one piece of paper, and the attorney general signs one piece of paper. That's it. That's all they need. And as soon as those signatures get on those pieces of papers, a list of people will be attached. There's going to be a red list, a yellow list, and a blue list. And I can only tell you that you don't want to be on any of those lists. And the majority of the people are going to be. I don't know how and I don't know why. But they're going to go and they're going to round up everybody. Your rights will be gone. 100% completely gone. And I'm going to show you in this next video how they're going to be able to keep track of you. And it's coming. And it's coming very soon. So please look this up. Get familiar with it. Prepare just in case. I'm not saying something's going to happen. But if it does, at least you're prepared. Be prepared for anything. I don't care what it is. If it's a storm, be prepared. If it's an earthquake, be prepared. If it's something else, be prepared. Just have your little stockpile of food, water, extra blankets, flashlights, basic emergency kit that will sustain you for at least 10 days. Because think about it, it took FEMA 5 days to get water to the Superdome. 5 days. You can't live 5 days without water, okay? And don't expect them to bring you anything. They're already preparing for something massive. Otherwise, they wouldn't be putting in these orders. I know from a fact that they would not put in these orders if they didn't know something. I've participated in certain events before, and never have I ever seen them prepare like they're doing now, and stockpiling all this stuff, getting all these places ready, everywhere, for one reason, because they know something. Now, I'm not here to be a fearmonger or create panic or anything. I'm just here to open your eyes, be safe. If I could save a couple people, that's worth it. If nothing happens, great. At least you were paying attention and you were reading up and you were prepared for something to happen. Now, I would rather you be prepared than unprepared. It's better to have your bags packed and emergency supplies ready than have nothing at all and try to rely on the good old FEMA and government. Now, getting back to the buoys real quick. Now, when I was talking about that nice little signal, okay, I showed you what it looked like right here, them sending it up and bringing it back down. What does this look like to you? I have never, ever in my life, ever seen this perfect of a circle around a volcano eruption. Ever. And here's a different view of it. That's a perfect circle. Think about if they can triangulate that one signal and focus it on one spot, what they could do. Even with the Mount St. Helens eruption, which was way bigger than this, there was no ring ever around it whatsoever. And you can look through all the images everywhere on Google or all over the internet and look up eruptions, and you'll never see anything like this. Some people will say, oh, it was from the shock wave. Well, if it was from the shock wave, it would be everywhere around all of the other volcanoes. And there would be ripples around, not just a perfect circle. There would be more than one wave simulating, the shock wave. And I thought these were kind of funny. These were also in clouds. And look at the perfect circles again, all over. And here's another perfect circle. And they all have this weird stuff coming down, like they were shooting, their radio waves through it. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it would create. It's just all too alarming, people. So please, please be prepared. Get aware. Read up on Rex 84 and some of the other stuff that I'm going to put in my other videos. And just be safe. Please. Just be safe, guys. God bless, and be prepared and be safe. Thank you.